Whether we're dealing with people working on a specific process that might have data and measures and statistics around it, or whether you're inventing something, you've got different types of problems. And so sizing, choosing the innovation tool to match the problem is really important. Is it a problem where where in reality there's one best solution? Well, that's a situation where essentially all solutions converge to the best solution. But if you've got a situation where you've got to think differently, you've got to take outside-in points of view, you almost have to be an anthropologist in a scenario. Those are the types of scenarios where it's divergent solutions and there's many paths to get to a good one. That's a really good design think application. And so a culture of innovation has got to be based on building out a toolkit as well as building out the mechanisms so that people can use it as part of their daily job. In some ways, when we were starting, we looked for fertile ground. And what I mean by that is we didn't mandate 100% participation. We didn't mandate every team has to do it. What we did is we looked for those opportunities that were different kinds of problems and really focused on a few big problems in the beginning. And what that did is it built some momentum. It's kind of like just getting the engine started. And as people, participated as parts of teams doing something bigger than their day job, it really inspired them to do more and more. And once that engine was working, it's at that point that we started thinking about participation goals. It's at that point that we actually started thinking about how do we use more and more of these innovation tools for working on our internal processes. And so as we got into what you would think of as the third wave, while we're not only focusing on how many rewards and recognition are granted to innovation projects, we're also looking at how many of those projects are focusing on our internal processes. And so it really started with a prime the pump or kickstart with a few big problems that people got excited about doing something new in different ways. Quite honestly, as we built momentum, people realized it's easy, it helps, it makes my life easier to improve my own processes. What's not to like? Even when some people might look at an innovation project as a failure, you have to turn and understand what did you learn, what actually worked out of it. So there is a leadership component to be really careful about how you manage that.